being gone is I can watch the game all day long. And I can stretch my legs out in the bed, extra pillow underneath my head. I don't know why nobody ever told me about the upside lonely. I got a lot more room for my stuff, and I only have to wash one cup. I can stay up late and play my guitar, and the groceries go twice as far. I don't know why nobody ever told me about the upside lonely. Your girlfriends ain't ringing the phone off the wall. I never have to hear from that mother-in-law. Ain't cut the grass since the middle of June. I smoke a big cigar up in my living room. Don't know why nobody ever told me about the upside lonely. Clothes right on the floor, let the trash pile up right by the door. Eat pizza and ice cream 3 times a day, 'cause I ain't worried about watching my weight. I don't know why nobody ever told me about the upside lonely. Yeah, man, just think about all the good things about you being gone. Stretch out here at home. Hey, man, come on in. Don't mind the muddy shoes on the white carpet. She ain't here. You hungry? Hey, man, I got some food if you want to eat. I got a microwave oven with little pictures on the front of it. Just pick what you want to eat and push the button, and it will cook it for you. Yeah, man, you can smoke that cigar up here in the kitchen. Just use that vase over there. Need something to drink? We got beer, bourbon, whiskey, scotch, Diet Coke, Fanta. Yeah, man, I bet you've been on the road for a minute. Bathroom's right down the hall. Switches on the left, doors on the right. Just remember to leave the lid up. Leave it up. Everybody, welcome to Wednesday Night Live here, keeping it swinging on a Wednesday night on Facebook. We lost a couple dear friends this week, and so the songs that I'll be singing are dedications to them. We'll be dedicating actually whole nights to them in the future. One of them that passed away was a really dear pal of mine, the great Freddie Cole. I had a chance to tour and play with Freddie, and I loved every minute of it. And here's a tune that Freddie used to sing every night. was the best man to ever knock on her door. She says I was the best man, the fella she had waited for. She said I was the best man at dancing, and nobody can deny that when it came to romancing, I was the A+ number one guy. But then she met my best friend and knocked her right off his pins. But I wasn't worried, because the best man always wins. The way it turned out, there was no doubt that I was the best man in the end. I was the best man when she married my best friend. I was the best man to ever knock on her door. She says I was the best man, the fella she had waited for. She says I was the best man at dancing, and nobody can deny that when it came to romancing, I was the A+ number one guy. But then she met my best friend and knocked him right off his pins. But still I wasn't worried, 'cause the best man always wins. I was doing swell until she fell for somebody else's line. Hey, I got away with women, but someone got away with mine. Yes, I was the best man when she married my best friend. Yeah, married my best friend, Freddie Cole, rest his soul. He was Nat King Cole's brother. For many of you that didn't know, he was the youngest one of the Cole family, and I just thought he was a marvelous vocalist and pianist, and many of the things that I carry through with me, especially vocal-wise, I learned, borrowed, and stole from Freddie Cole, and so it's a great loss, but I encourage you all to check out his music. You can still check it out on all the different channels. And speaking of that, I encourage you guys to check out our CD, the Brian Nova Collective, that's out in stores right now. You can get it downloaded on iTunes. You can download it on Amazon.com, and you can go right over to BrianNova.com and check it out and buy it from us straight away. Also, I want to mention to everybody that we've been kind of not mentioning this, but we've got a tip jar right down below here. It is our PayPal account to help fund our show that we put on every week. It's never expected, but always appreciated when we get those great and kind gifts, I should call them.
So anything that can help out, we really appreciate it. Also, I want to have you guys check out our YouTube channel. We have a channel. I have a channel, Brian Nova channel on YouTube. And all the videos that you see here, all our shows, plus excerpts from the show, all go up to my YouTube channel. And you can check them out, pull them down whenever you want, watch them. There's videos of many of our favorite and past artists, such as Kurt Elling and Lawrence Hobgood and Shelley Berg, Greg Field. The list goes on and on and on. Billy Valentine last week. And you can watch their videos on our YouTube channel, as well as the entire broadcast here that we record and put up over the weekend. Let's see, what else we got to talk about? I am smoking today an Illusione Epernay D'Osta. It's a very rare one that just kind of popped up, and it's fantastic, folks. It's fantastic. The shadow of your smile when you have gone will color all my dreams and light the dawn. Look into my eyes, my love, and see all the little joys you are to me. A wistful little star, it was far too high. A teardrop kissed your lips, and so did I. Now when I remember spring, all the joy that love can bring, I will be remembering the shadow of your smile.
when you have gone. Will color all my dreams and light the dawn. Look into my eyes, my love, and see all the little joys you are to me. A wistful little star, it was far to I. A teardrop kissed your lips, and so did I. Now when I remember spring, all the joy that love can bring, I will be remembering the shadow of your smile. Now when I remember spring, all the joy that love can bring, I will be remembering the shadow of your smile. Whew, beautiful Johnny Mandel. Shadow of your smile. Well, what else have we got to talk about so far? I'll tell you what we got to talk about. First off, big shout out to all my pals out there in Cigar Land, also in Booze Land, all of our favorite wineries. Hopefully you're tuning in. Long Meadow Ranch, St. Helena. We're also looking at over Sebastopol's side over there at Boleto Wineries as well. And what I'd really like to talk about right now is a big shout out to all our cigar friends, especially up in the Seattle area. They tune in every week. They put together a space-friendly place, but masks and everything I'm sure you guys are all wearing while you're smoking. But big shout out to the Churchill Room and to my pals over at the Vertigo Club. Also down here, Rancho Mirage, big shout out to all our pals over at Mirage Cigar Lounge and, of course, Palm Desert Tobacco. And up in the Bay Area, we're talking about everybody at the University Club. Although you guys should be careful, they should be outside. And we're going to light up this Epernay in not too distant future. So our first guest right now I'd like to bring up here. Actually, our show tonight's going to be talking about a wonderful program that's going on with some of my good pals up in the Bay Area. It's called Music in Place. And we're going to learn about this throughout the next hour, but it's a fantastic program. It's actually a 501c3 organization that has been established to provide income for musicians and to work on musical projects that they might not otherwise be able to work on, especially via online projects. They teach musicians how to use cameras, lights, editing equipment, audio stuff. You know, all that magic that happens behind the camera and behind the amplifiers. They teach musicians how to do that and how to bring it all online. So I personally think it's a fantastic program. And we have one of the founders of that program with us here tonight, my buddy Mike Hatfield. And most of you probably know Michael as Mikey Love, part of the Bobby Vickers Buddy Love trio that's been touring the world for years. But the rest of us know Mike as one of the top flight musicians on the West Coast. He's a Berkeley grad, but I don't hold that against him. Berkeley School of Music, we're talking. He is also plays fantastic vibes. He studied with the great Gary Burton. He is a phenomenal arranger, composer. He does it all. Musical director. He is just, he's a marvelous musician. And like myself and many others, he spent many years in the trenches and has certainly earned his stars. And so, anyway, I'd like to bring on Mr. Michael Hatfield here. Michael, you there? There he is. Hey, let me get my headphones on really fast, Mike, so I can hear. There you are.
Here, we're live.
We are live. Man, good to have you here with us today.
Glad to be here. Glad to be somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, if you got to be somewhere, this is not a bad place to be right here, right?
Thank you.
Virtually.
Thank you for that lovely introduction. It sounded like me. There was a lot of stuff in there I recognized.
Dude, absolutely. Hey, so let's get right to it. Maybe we can show the music in place. You guys got a fantastic logo there. There it is, music in place. Love it, love it, love it. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about it, Mike. I kind of did a little intro, but
You did. I was.
but I'm
I
sure
got
I
a
missed
call.
half of it.
Yeah, I got a call from my buddy Rod Marymore, and Rod and I have known each other for a really long time. When I moved to the San Francisco Bay Area, it was 1981, and he was one of the first
Holy moly!
I met. Okay. And anyhow, when this thing started, he called me up and he goes, "Man, I'm thinking about ponying up a little money here and help tide some musicians over." And I start talking with him about it. We get into a discussion, and I finally go, "You know what though? We should just give it to them exactly. They want to do stuff, and I like getting money when I've done something and somebody says, 'Thank you, here's your money.' I feel really good about that. It's a nice transaction."
It is.
Okay, so he said, "Well, let's see what we could do with that." So we started calling some other people, and Aaron Langton and Matt Benedict Montgomery, and then thank God for Neil Livonius at Zoom, who helped us out a lot, getting us going and getting us started. And now we have Chad Goodman on some our web stuff. David Poe is our treasurer, and making sure that all the donations get in the right place. And we have been giving out
God
some
bless him.
dough and come up with some fun stuff that musicians have created just because they can.
Oh man, that's fantastic. Well, listen, I'll tell you what I'd like to do first is I'd like to play for the folks a video that you and I just got done doing.
Okay.
And then I got to get the backstory too, because I know there's a backstory to this.
It's a
But
story. Yeah.
I can't wait to hear it.
Okay.
But here's one of my favorite Beatle tunes that Mike picked out and does us a fantastic job. So check it out. Here it comes, Norwegian Wood. So what you got, Mike?
So what we have in mind is a tune by the Beatles.
Love
It's
it.
called Norwegian Wood,
Oh, one of my
and
faves.
it's a very dark story about a young man meeting a woman, and she brings him home.
Crazy
Much
girl.
To our surprise, the evening goes rather well, but at the morning there's some problems. We'll hear about it.
Yes, there always is.
I once had a girl, or should I say, she once had me. She showed me her room, isn't it good, Norwegian wood. She asked me to stay and she told me to sit anywhere. I looked around and I noticed there wasn't a chair anywhere. So I sat on the rug, biding my time, drinking her wine. We talked until 2, that's when she said, it's time for bed. She told me she worked in the morning and started to laugh. I told her I didn't and I crawled off to sleep in the bath. And when I awoke, I was alone, this bird had flown. So I lit a fire, isn't it good, Norwegian wood. why didn't I crawl off to sleep in the back? And when I awoke, I was alone. This bird had flown. So I lit a fire. Isn't it good, Norwegian
Yeah, Mike, beautiful.
And that's the story.
Yeah, Mike,
Thanks, man.
beautiful. So what's the story on the back? What's the background on that one?
Well, it blew me away because for years I just loved that tune, and that ending sounds so lovely. You know, they spend the night. She gets off to go to work early in the morning, and he builds a nice fire, and it sounded cozy, like he'd be sipping his tea in front of the fire, reminiscing about the night. Oh no, he burnt the house down.
Really?
Yes, the Beatles, and so Paul McCartney talks about it in an interview, which blew me away. He says, "Yeah, I read an article about this woman who says had this bloke over, and then in the morning when I got up, I went off to work, and he burned the house down." And so that's the story. So it kind of ruins it a little bit in one respect, because that beautiful serene quality just kind of lost a bit.
Yeah, it's sort of like I remember when I first really learned the words to Mac the Knife. When I realized that
Sure,
Kurt Weill was writing about a serial killer, right? It's like, wait a minute now, I didn't know that was what.
So joyful. Yeah.
So, how many projects do you have already done at Music in Place?
Over a dozen, and there's about 6 in the can right now. And there's some more coming out this week. And they're all music. Here's the cool part about it: the music is all over the map. We weren't trying to be a record label. We were just trying to say San Francisco musicians represent just about everything. And one of the things coming up is a sort of an acid Latin jazz thing that's really kind of trippy. And then a funk tune from Claire D, which is something I wouldn't expect from her, and that sounds great.
Good for her.
And and for all those people that are listening, to check out Garth Weber and the Lockdown Blues. Garth Weber being one of the last guitar players to play with Miles Davis, and he was really happy to do a project with his buds because he was starving.
I bet. Trying to do some good music. Hey, listen, by the way, everybody, down below here is the link to go to musicinplace.com/donate. It is a 501c3 organization, so there's no reason not to give some money. And it's all going to a great cause, right, Mike?
It certainly is, and I can't begin to tell you what it's like when the musicians answer the phone and say, "Really? You're going to pay me?" And I do whatever I want? Yeah, kind of. Yeah, that's exactly.
I got a check in the mail, but can I actually cash this?
Yes. And we actually, I'll toss one out there for PayPal because it comes right to their computer right in front of them. Boom. And they're very happy. So,
man.
So they play some great music. They feel good about making some money doing it. And they have a product we can all watch and share, which is great.
There you go. Hey, listen, I noticed you're by your piano there.
I am.
Is that you playing some intro music?
I did.
You're coming on there.
That's a Buddy Love.
That's
Intro music right there. Right there.
Hey, man, you got a tune for us? I hate to put you on the spot, but
no, you're not
if you're there and you got your microphone in front of you, I'd love it. I'd love everybody to hear a chance to hear you play a tune.
Okay, we're gonna do one by Leonard Bernstein and Comden Green, and I love this tune because it's very apropos for this time. It's called Some Other Time. And when you don't get out of the house much because you can't, and then you can't even hug your friends, it's a drag. But this tune addresses that.
Oh, wonderful.
Where has the time all gone to? Haven't done half the things we wanted to. Oh well, we'll catch up some other time. This day was just a token. Too many words are still unspoken. Oh well, we'll catch up some other time. Just when the fun is starting, comes the time for parting. But let's just be glad for what we've had and what is to come. There's so much more embracing, still to be done, but time is racing. Oh well, you know, we'll catch up some other time. Hey man, it's been a while. I know. I didn't even recognize you with the mask on, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, she's there. We're all there. We just don't get out much. Now the Skype thing's working out okay, but it's still not the same. Yeah, I heard from her. She sent me an email. I got a text, but I'd rather hug her. But it'll happen. Yeah, we'll get there. So what are you doing? Oh, really? She did that? I can't believe she said that too. Oh, no. She did that to me too. Yeah. And the dog? Oh, God, not the dog. Yeah, okay, all right. Well, we'll catch up. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I got to go. And just when the fun is starting, comes the time for parting. But let's just be glad for what we've had and what is to come. There's so much more embracing, still to be done, but time is racing. Oh well, darn it. We'll catch up some other time. Look, man, just text me, call me. No, yeah, we can Skype. No, Zoom's good. I'm okay. Zoom, Google Duo, got it. We're there. Yeah, I know. Send me the video. Send me the tape. Oh yeah, I know. All right, 6 feet away. Got it. But we'll catch up some other time, baby.
Mike, that was great. Fantastic.
I love that song. Great message.
Oh, it sure is. And you sing it so well.
Thank you.
Hey, look, I become Michael Hatfield. I love it.
Everybody.
There you go.
Oh, come on. Yeah.
I enjoyed it while I could. Hey,
So
listen. Go ahead.
Yeah, I have one thing I wanted to tell you. You were playing the Sandpiper theme, and I was talking to Sonia about that because the Mark Baum family bought that cabin that they filmed that film in, the Sandpiper.
You're kidding me.
Oh, I'm not kidding. They brought it up one board at a time and rebuilt it in Point Reyes in the top of the mountains on stilts. It was a lovely place. They had it for almost, I want to say 50 some years. And now they had to dismantle it back because it's reverted to actual open space parkland. But what a wonderful place to be, and history with that tune.
You know, that reminds me, I'm going to show you something here. You probably already know this, but speaking of that tune, I remember when I was with Herbie Ellis, and played that tune. He says, play that song for me. And, you know, the ending's... And then I went... And he says, hey, you don't know that tune. You haven't learned that melody yet. And I'm like, what did I do wrong? And he says, you need to learn the words when you learn a melody. He says, and you just missed the title of the song, The.
Yes.
Right there, you know, The. And he says, it also sets up, for you music guys, it also sets up the movement from the dominant seventh, the shadow, into the minor chord.
I know.
Which goes to the 5. So, yeah, that song's got all sorts of wonderful memories and tidbits for me. I love it. But now I'm going to be thinking of Marky Baum's Family's Cabin. Oh, that was... Do you remember the opening to the Sandpiper with that? With
coming
Jack
down
playing trumpet? Yeah, the camera. Yeah, Jack Sheldon playing that haunting melody on his trumpet. It was just gorgeous.
So when I watched the movie after staying in the cabin, I couldn't remember what it was like, and then I said, I go, wow, I have opened that door. I have been in that loft. It was really cool to do that and be there.
Yeah, because that was actually shot on Pfeiffer Beach in Brig Sur is where the movie was actually shot. Don't ask me how I know that, but I know.
A lot of people know a lot of things about Elizabeth Taylor that they don't talk about.
Yeah, we'll just keep that one, under trivia.
Exactly.
Hey, listen, Mike, thank you so much for spending time with us here today. We're going to close up this interview with, I got one of the projects you worked on, Sons of the Soul Revivers. And what a great band. We all got to. I remember I got to spend a week with these guys last summer and got to know Dwayne and James and Walter and did a lot of hanging, a lot of listening to some great stories, and all because of Jim Pugh, of course.
Yes.
Now, did Jim have something to do with your guys' this video?
There was a bit of collaboration on that, though. Actually, the fun part was teaching them how to use their iPhones to shoot it. And and it's like, really, we could do it with this thing? Yeah, trust me, it's going to come out okay. And when you see it, you'll go, wow, they got it together, because that's what they had.
Yeah, they did, and they do have it together. And I can never thank Jimmy Pugh enough for bringing them into my life, and I can't thank you and Music in Place for making this video. I think it's fantastic.
Well, great.
Mike, you take care of yourself.
Great to see ya. Great to hang out.
See you, man.
Alrighty, man.
And
Bye.
check out this video that we're going to play for you from Music in Place. It's the Sons of the Soul Revivers. Check it out.
Somebody's always talking about me,
But really, I don't mind.
I don't mind.
They tried to stop
They tried to stop me
and block my progress.
and block my progress
Most of the time,
most of the time.
look ahead. Main thing they say,
Don't make me feel bad
another is the friend
that I never had.
I've got Jesus, my Lord,
Jesus,
and that's enough.
and that's enough.
Look ahead. So many times I didn't have one dime. You know what?
I told nobody but the Lord.
Heard my plea, and he came to see about me. You know why?
He's my all and all.
Here's the part I love so well. You pressed me down, Jesus picked me up, and he's standing by my side.
When the going gets tough,
I got Jesus, my Lord,
Jesus,
and that's enough.
and that's enough.
Look ahead. He saved me,
Save me,
he raised me,
praise me,
kept me, yeah.
help me.
I know
He never left.
I've got Jesus,
I've got
and
Jesus,
that's enough.
and that's enough. Jesus, everybody, and that's enough. I don't have much money, I've got Jesus, but I've got Jesus, and that's enough. Don't live in a big play home, matter. I've got Jesus, but I've got Jesus, and that's enough.
Well, boy, if that didn't raise your spirits, I don't know what will. Man, I love their music, and I love those guys. They're great talents. My next guest that's going to be coming up here, Matt Montgomery. He is a multi-instrumentalist. And when I say multi-instrumentalist, I mean he plays everything. I wouldn't be surprised if this guy could play a didgeridoo. Anything. He's a composer, songwriter, and he also is a video game developer. And he's a master musician and a master composer. He's even done an opera that I had the chance to help play and sing in all places, Dubrovnik. So Matt is the man, and he's also involved with Music in Place here. And he and I, with the help of the omnipresent Terry Miller, did a couple of videos here. We're going to show you one right now. This is Matt playing Limehouse Blues. Check it out. Here we go, Matt. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Holy moly. Woo! Matt. Wow. So we're going to bring Matt on with us here. We got him live from the Bay Area. There he is.
Hey.
And Matt, how are you doing?
Oh, doing good. It's so much fun to play that with you guys and be here with you today.
Same here, man. Thanks for making time for us and putting together all this great music for us. So you probably heard some of the stuff that Mike talked about with your Music in Place. You work more on the video end of things, is that correct?
Yeah, Mike's running around doing pre-production, teaching everybody how to do stuff. So he has the hard job. I'm collecting all the audio and video and putting it together into what you finally see when we finish a video.
Wow, man, it's got to take some time. I know during our sequestering here, I had to learn Premiere Pro.
Yeah, that's what I'm using too.
I'll be now that I know that you'll be getting some phone or text from me because I get stuck on that all the time.
Yeah.
To figure that out. Yeah. Hey, so listen, what else you got going on in the hopper right now? Got some projects you're kind of dealing with, or?
Not a whole lot of hopping going on these days. Music and place is kind of what I'm considering my job right now because there's backlog of videos and always stuff to do, which is a great thing to have right now.
It's a worthy one.
When you're a musician and the gigs are all not happening. But loving learning how to put videos together. You know, Rod saw some of these multi-track videos I put together and thought he'll be our video guy. And so, okay, I'm a video guy now. Cool.
Good for Rod. Good on Rod, man. I'm glad he jumped to that conclusion probably very easily.
Yeah, and other than that, making a film that my 5-year-old son wrote that's about 90 seconds long and about our dog. And we filmed him and added voices, and now I'm adding like a 60-piece fake orchestra to it, so it'll sound like a Hans Zimmer film or something.
Oh my God, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Pretty ridiculous.
I love it. Well, that's always where all the real charm kind of comes in.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to show another video that we did together. One of my favorite songs, Paper Moon.
Yeah.
And on this one, you're playing guitar along with me. I loved it.
Yeah, I mix it up a little.
Exactly. So here, check out Matt and I on Paper Moon. Here we go, Matt.
Say it's only a paper moon sailing over a cardboard sea, but it would be make-believe if you believed in me.
It is only a canvas sky sailing over a muslin tree, but it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me.
Without your love, it's a honky-tonk parade.
Without your love, it's a melody played on a penny arcade.
It's a Barnum and Bailey world, just as phony as it can be, but it would be make-believe if you believe in me. Paper moon sailing over a cardboard sea, but it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me.
It is only a canvas sky sailing over a muslin tree, but it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me.
'Cause without your love, it's a honky-tonk parade.
Without your love, it's a Monday played on a penny arcade.
Oh, it's a Barnum and Bailey world,
just as phony as it can be.
But it would be make-believe if you believed in me.
All right, Matt. Yeah, Matt. Pretty happening, man. I love it.
Yeah, that's fun.
Very cool.
Yeah, I've been playing that tune since I was a kid with my family, so.
Oh,
fun to be able-
I bet.
Yeah.
Listen, by the way, give your mom and dad our best, will you please?
Oh, will do for sure.
Everybody in the family.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. We got to get your dad on the show here too real soon. He's one of my heroes, man.
Oh yeah, it'd be great.
Yeah, it's gonna be some fun. Hey, listen, Matt. Anything else you want to say about music and place? We can put that the donate button back up there real quick.
Yeah, no, we just.
It's just for looks, folks. You can't touch it with your fingers and donate. You'll have to go online to do it. But there it is, musicandplace.org/donate.
No, we just really appreciate you giving us the platform here and sharing what we do, and yeah, really
Oh,
excited.
you guys are just doing such great stuff. You're doing God's work, as far as I'm concerned,
Thanks,
especially in the
Brad.
music business. So, and I gonna hope one of these days we'll get up there and maybe help out and do a video with y'all too as well. That'd be so much fun.
Oh, we'd love that.
Well, Matt, thanks so much for joining us here today. I'm going to close up this segment of the interview with to show you just what a great multi-instrumentalist Matt is. This is a video he put together, a quick little minute video that Ellington picked out himself. He loves it.
Oh.
So here is, thanks again, Matt. Appreciate
Thank you, Brian.
it. And here's Matt doing a solo piece. Check it out. Well, what I tell you, man, he plays it all, does it all, and it's great stuff. Hey, I want to do a big shout out. Thank you to everybody at Music and Place, Robin Marymore, Neil Livonius, Aaron Linkton, all the folks there. And of course, thanks so much to Michael Hatfield and to Matt Montgomery for joining us today. Make sure you guys check it out. musicandplace.org for musicians up in the Bay Area. I know I'm missing some more, but please go on the website and check out all the people that are working on it. All great players, great people, and it's for a great cause. Hey, listen, next week we've got the one and only Mr. Tim Hockenberry going to join us next week, along with Terry Miller and Andy Fraga, and of course Ellington here, who is still trying to figure out why he's not on camera more. And we're working on that, folks, day in and day out. We have people working on this. Big shout out and thank you to my lovely Masoni, who runs the background back there. Thank you, Masoni. Big shout out to Benedetto Guitars for having just a great opportunity to play the world's best instrument. And I hope you guys have a wonderful week this week. And stay safe, stay kind to each other. And remember, whatever happens, keep it swinging. About you being gone is I can watch the game all day long.
and I can stretch my legs out in the bed. Extra pillow underneath my head. I don't know why nobody ever told me about the upside lonely. I got a lot more room for my stuff, and I only have to wash one cup. I can stay up late and play my guitar, and the groceries go twice as far. I don't know why